Hey guys, welcome to my student presentation 3, the 6th and 7th thresholds of greater complexity. The 6th threshold of greater complexity is collective learning. After the Big Bang and creation of the Earth, there were small microorganisms found all over the Earth. These microorganisms evolved into all the species that have ever lived upon the Earth, including Homo sapiens, which have continued to evolve into human beings. There's one characteristic of Homo sapiens that sets them apart from any other species that has ever lived on the earth. This is collective learning. What brought about collective learning? The ingredients for collective learning are powerful brains and symbolic language, and the conditions were interaction between humans and societies. Without symbolic language, collective learning wouldn't be possible. The human characteristic of large, powerful brains is not what sets them apart from many other species. The ability humans have to come together within communities and societies and record their thoughts and feelings and knowledge through symbolic language is what sets them apart from other species. So what is collective learning? Collective learning is the unique ability that we have as humans because of our powerful brains and our symbolic language. It's the ability that we have to come together as communities and share our ideas throughout our communities. It's the ability that we have to write down our findings, our discoveries, and our ideas and pass it on throughout the ages. Think, if we didn't have collective learning, we would never have made it to the moon. With each generation, we would have had to restart over on the technology that with collective learning we've been able to build upon. Collective learning not only unites groups in communities, through social media and the internet, it also has the ability now to collect people on a global scale. David Christian, author of Maps of Time and the Big History Project, has said that this unique ability has made us the most important species for change. Collective learning is what makes it possible to pass on knowledge, not only from person to person, but from generation to generation. Before people came together as societies, they only had as much knowledge as that one person had. But now, through collective learning, we can share our ideas throughout our community, and we can record them through symbolic language to pass on to future generations. A species with the unique ability of collective learning has a better chance of exploiting the resources around them. Our collective learning empowers individuals and societies as a whole. Individuals who share information can better work together in groups, and those groups can work more efficiently together. Sharing information can give one a huge advantage. It not only gives you power over your surroundings, but often in history has shown to give power over the people surrounding you. A network is the group of people or society or culture in which collective learning is being shared. The larger the network, the more people that are participating in that and the more knowledge and power you'll have. The 7th threshold of greater complexity is agriculture. The two ingredients for agriculture are collective learning and climate change. Through collective learning, people and societies were able to learn more about the land that they lived in, and climate change made it possible for agriculture because after the Ice Age there was more land to farm. What led to agriculture? There are two main components that led to agriculture. First, overpopulation, and second, climate change. Overpopulation is the why, and climate change is the how. Before people became agriculturists, they lived in small hunter-gatherer societies. These societies traveled the land in small groups, hunting their food and collecting fruits and berries. These societies had to be very small to make it easier to feed everyone and to make it easier to pack up and leave. As the population of the earth grew in number, they started running out of land to move to, because once they had outused the resources of the land, they would move to a different location. but through overpopulation, there was either nowhere to go without people or nowhere to go that the resources had not already been used. The population growth led to these hunter-gatherer societies having to turn to agriculture. As these hunter-gatherer societies ran out of resources, they had to learn to be able to maintain crops and animals, which led to agriculture and farming. The people had to learn how to use irrigation to water their fields and crops. They had to put work into cleaning out weeds, and they also had to enclose animals and learn how to use animals in more ways than just for meat.